Hey guys, it's been a little while since I put out a video with me actually filming myself, I know, but anyway guys, today we're going to be talking about the new Camila Cabello album, Familia. I just kind of wanted to give my thoughts and a little bit of a review on this album. So, starting out, I think this is easily Camila's most cohesive project to date. Romance had some really good songs on it. My favorite Camila Cabello song is Cry For Me. That was off of Romance. I really enjoy that song. And there were some other good songs. I even liked Living Proof. The single My Oh My was really enjoyable. There were a few other songs that I really enjoyed off of Romance. The closer First Man was a really nice ballad dedicated to her dad, and it was just a really nice album overall. Now, I think the first Camila Cabello album was alright. The second one, I said Romance, was pretty good, but it had some baffling low points. Both of these albums had songs that I just had issues with. The first album had In the Dark, which the part where she goes, I don't like that at all. Just some of the songs, something like Bad Kind of Butterflies, I can kind of get the intensity behind, but at the same time, it just kind of fell flat. I didn't really feel like she should really sell that. And then stuff like Liar just felt kind of corny. I did like her going for the more Latin vibe. Like I said, Cry For Me, absolute gem of a track. I also really like Shameless off of that album. But coming into Familia, I didn't really know what to expect. So the first single that she released off of this was Don't Go Yet. And I thought the song was pretty catchy. It was nice. It had a nice Latin flavor to it. You got some Spanish in the bridge. She sounds pretty decent on the song. It's a pretty standard hookup jam, and this person's trying to leave and go catch his flight, and she's telling him not to go yet. It's pretty standard stuff. I did enjoy the track. When I first heard it, I think she dropped it in maybe October. I'm not entirely sure. When I first heard it, I was kind of like, okay, this is no Havana, this is no Shameless. Those were her previous two lead-off singles. I really, I just kind of thought that it seemed kind of not like, I wouldn't say safe, because it did play more into the Latin sound, which I really liked. It was kind of something like Liar a little bit. So the thing is, Romance was about a relationship with presumably Shawn Mendes, and it's kind of funny because after they broke up, Shawn Mendes has just recently released a new song as well, despite this album being called Familia, make no mistake, this is a breakup album. It's pretty blatant, although there are some songs which deal with other topics, which I do really enjoy. The second single for this was Bam Bam with Ed Sheeran, which I really, really enjoy. That song, Ed Sheeran fits surprisingly well into it, and honestly, I just thought that, part of the chorus sounds a little bit corny, but I feel like the Spanish, inserts itself very smoothly into it. I really enjoyed the verses. And the bridge, it just kind of feels like them letting loose, and on that final chorus, it's almost like breaking free of a relationship and being like, I'm single, I can do what I want. It's just a super fun, loose kind of track. The part in the music video where she's leaning out the window in the rain and just doing this thing, I'm just, that's so relatable. This is such a mood. Obviously it doesn't hit as hard as something else in this lane, like Midnight Sky by Miley Cyrus, which is a song that has absolutely obliterated me, but I still really enjoy Bam Bam. I think it's a really fun track. So this album coming out, it starts off with a very short instrumental, for like Latin flavored horns or whatever, and going straight into the first track, Celia, which is a song that is entirely in Spanish. And there are two songs on this album, Hasta, Dientes and Celia, which are both entirely in Spanish. I think Celia, the part in the pre-chorus, she's like doing the extended syllable thing. I'm not really big on it, but that chorus is absolutely delicious. With the Spanish guitar and just the way she delivers it, it's got a really pleasant melody. And Hasta los Dientes is a song which is pretty funny because it's about a relationship going bad, and I figured, I was like, isn't dientes teeth? And yes, when I read the translation of the lyrics, all these things go wrong, and that basically even my teeth hurt, which is kind of funny. The song's a really smooth synth pop kind of track. I enjoyed it. Like I said, those 2 tracks were all in Spanish. The other songs were in English, with some Spanish in there on some of them. Like I said, Bam Bam has Spanish in the chorus, but it is mainly in English. The song that's getting pushed as a single right now, and one of the primary features on this album, is Psychofreak with Willow. I was not expecting to see a collaboration between Camila Cabello and Willow, of all people, but of course, Willow's the hot stuff right now. Pop punk is like a very popular genre, and so, you know, the song isn't really pop punk. It's still kind of poppy, you get, I could understand how some of the lyrics can feel kind of awkward, but I think that's what it's going for. It's feeling, you know, isolated. You know, it kind of goes for that Here by Alessia Cara vibe, or even Camila Cabello on her own song Real Friends from 2018. But this one just goes for kind of feeling like an outsider and not really being able to establish a good connection with other people. You know, even the part where she uses no Wi-Fi as a like metaphor for that, it's kind of awkward, but it fits. Willow's part's really good. I love Willow's voice. I think, you know, on this track, she just adds that like deeper kind of tone to it. The like, the song's got that like psycho bit, the like da 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 da. I love that. It's so good. But then her like pre-chorus part is also really fantastic. It goes back into Camila's part where she, you know, explains about not being able to fit in. I really enjoyed that. Another highlight for me is La Buena Vida, which is actually a song that's in English despite the title being Spanish. It has some Spanish in it. It's a song that just absolutely slaps. You know, it's a song about, you know, being in a relationship where someone is not giving, you know, the attention, or kind of working too much, kind of not being around. And basically she's it's very dramatic. It's got this like almost like theatrical tone to it. It's very got those Latin influences a lot. I really enjoy that song. The penultimate track on this album is Lola, which is another song that I really enjoy. It's about a girl, I guess, who is living in Cuba. Camila Cabello is part Cuban and she grew up partially in Florida as well. I just think it's a really interesting, you know, something to see in a song tackling, you know, a different issue from, you know, talking about poverty and, you know, social unrest, all the stuff that goes on. The final song is Everyone at This Party. It's a really sparse ballad, but I actually really enjoyed it. I wouldn't say it hits the same as First Man, but it does kind of grow on me. The only other song, you know, Quiet, was another ballad, which was, it was cute. I just didn't really feel connected with it. Boys Don't Cry is another really nice one. And overall, her like breathier falsetto does kind of work on tracks like that. And this album is really short. It's like 34 minutes. But when I kind of came down to it, I was like, you know, I think I can really get behind this. I think I enjoy this project a lot. Yeah, as far as pop albums have gone, I haven't listened to too many this year, but I think this is a very solid album. I've always been a defender of Camila Cabello. It's kind of one of those things where I feel like if you like her, you're gonna like it. If you don't like her, it's not gonna like win people over necessarily. Although I do think, you know, leaning into the bit more organic Latin stylings and singing in Spanish was really refreshing, because I did like that Havana remix she did in Spanish with Daddy Yankee back in the day, and this is a completely, you know, songs that are completely in Spanish, and I really appreciate her doing that, and I think it's really solid. So I did up all the scores, and I'm going with an 86 on this album. I think it's a really solid pop, kind of Latin pop album. I highly recommend it. If you can tolerate Camila Cabello's voice, because I know some people don't like her voice. I personally do like her voice, but yeah, totally recommend this. And anyway, guys, Dreamcatcher review coming soon. I hope to see you all soon, and see you next time. Bye bye.